So we're recording now. So welcome, Sarosh, the
Thank you,
current
Ravi.
owner of Woman Cafe, second generation entrepreneur.
Well, technically, wife and mother are still the owners.
Wife and mother.
I'm the manager.
Yeah, but that's the beauty, right? घर की लक्ष्मी अगर चलाए तो that's the best thing you can do.
Correct. अपने को भी चला लेती है.
Yes. So that's the quintessential Bawa coming and speaking out now. Super. So, Woman is really an iconic place here. I mean, we've heard of lots and lots of people from around the world, friends from around the world coming here. I don't know, when they come down to Pune, we've heard a lot about Woman. Chalo, take me to Woman's Cafe. Some of them, just land up for the first time just because they've read about it in the various, I think Hitchhiker's Guide is one of the places where it's mentioned. So there are multiple, places where it finds a mention in not only locally, nationally, but globally as well. So tell us more about where it started from in journey.
So Ravi, I was born in Pune, and my father came down to meet me, and that's when it was decided that my parents don't go back because my dad was at that time working at Palghar.
Okay.
Palghar, the first place that you could even have a road was like about 10 kilometers away. So then it was decided that that my dad would also settle down in Pune, and that's when Woman, the old Woman Cafe that it was actually a tadi shop.
Okay.
So my mother was not very happy that my dad will be running a tadi shop. So that's how my grandfather and my mama were kind enough that my father could buy a small share into Woman.
Okay.
So that's how my dad got into Woman Cafe. Otherwise, my dad is typically from Bombay, had Bombay business. Then from there moved on to Dhanu, from Dhanu to Palghar, and so I think coming to Pune was kind of my birth. So I was born in November '77, and Woman Cafe technically started on 15th August '78. So it was my birth that actually dragged at least my father to Pune. And well, when Woman Cafe started, we were in debt because we bought a share into the place. And Rajneesh was in Pune, and we did rocking business for 2.5 years. And just when my father had finished repaying off everything, Rajneesh went away. And that was the end of business as my dad saw it when it started.
So the foreigners and the crowd. So when you say Rajneesh, obviously that the complete crowd in those days in Pune, Koregaon Park was just alive with foreigners coming in, and I'm
Correct,
sure
correct.
they must
So
have.
it was all of them. It was all of them who had the capacity to spend. So we really didn't have a problem. So that's how Woman Cafe actually kicked off.
And this has been the menu even right from then. So you started off.
Well, the menu has only reduced over a period of time. So you had started off with a samosa, and then someone complained of the samosa, so the samosa stopped. You had various types of biscuits, and something happened, and the biscuit stops. So I think the menu has only reduced over a period of time. Though yes, now I feel that I do need to add maybe a couple of things more to the menu, only to take care of the really pure vegetarian guys. So we have a lot of clientele who are vegetarian, but who have eggs and who come to our place. But yes, you still have with them who will be the absolute pure vegetarian coming in. So I need to sort that out. So that's the only reason why I may make a slight change to the menu. So yes, so when the Rajneesh went away, my dad saw an absolute breakdown on business, and everything was completely standstill because at that time, this part of Pune was like outside Pune. There was nothing here. So slowly, things started cooking up. Ravi, you and me were in school together, correct? And I don't think in school I ever even told you that I my dad owns Woman Cafe. And the
Yep.
reason for that was that it was not looked upon. Since it was like I was told in school by someone who knew that we owned Woman I was told that oh wo jhopda wo to tera jhopda hai. So and even I did not kind of take pride, that I own Woman, and that even took me to college. So in college also, though we were in Wadia College, we would go to
Okay, I've lost Sarosh for a second.
picked up only post
Sorry, we
post the
lost that
IT
bit.
resolution.
We lost that
Well,
bit.
I okay. So
Okay. In
as I said,
college,
so I'll
in
repeat it.
college, yeah.
So in college also, I would go to Monish petrol pump. At that time, they had a small snack center and
Yeah.
have snack, but we friends would not come to Woman Cafe. So the friends are the ones that Vinay Lagad, Sharan Shetty, all
Yeah.
of us. So we would all. So so I guess Woman kicked off when the IT revolution, when the IT boom started in Pune. And we had first emphasis offices that came exactly opposite our restaurant. And my daddy broke free and was like, okay, I'm going to put extra cheese, I'm going to put extra butter, I'm going to charge my rate, and let me see what happens with the customers. And it completely changed. I don't know, something miracle happened, maybe from 96, 97, and maybe 2000 onwards. And everything underwent a drastic transformation. uh, the kind of customers that we had, the number of customers that we had, um, and also I think it had to do with all the guys in college who were in Wadia College in the 70s and 80s. I think they earned some money and they came back to us for some reason. Maybe it was my dad.
Memories.
I
Yeah,
don't think it
it
had
was
to do
definitely
with,
Hormuz
I,
uncle.
I don't think it had to do, I don't think it had to do with food. I think it more had to do with my young old man. So all of them came with money and all of them came with their kids. So, so what happened is that the guys who studied in, let us say, 80s came in 90s with their child, and or maybe in the year 2000 and all with their children, and that's where I think things started looking a lot more different. And personally, I think that's where there was a big change when it came to Woman Cafe. So Woman Cafe, people do talk of it being like 42 years old now. But I think transformation was in the year 2000. Prior to that, I don't think anyone spoke about us. So I think everything changed in 2000. Also, it became that I became a CA and a lot more people I met were in the restaurant. Whereas earlier, I would never tell them, okay, come to the restaurant and we'll sit there. So I don't know. I think something changed post the IT boom in Pune, whereas which made us what we were. So trust me, any brand is what customers make it. It is not a brand per se, right? So customers made us, and I think that's where the change was.
But also, you're right. And I mentioned this again. Even in the write up, and we all know your dad was the life of the place, and you
He
could
is
not.
he
He, yeah, like
he
I
still
said,
is the life of the
he's
place.
yes, he is, and he's there in spirit. You've kept his old Luna outside, showcasing the small memory, the big memory that you have of him. Uh, and everybody who interacted with him, I don't think would ever forget an interaction with Hormuz uncle.
You know,
Like,
I have not shared this anywhere, and maybe it's the first time I'm sharing it. Uh, so the restaurant. So Dad passed away on 28th of November. The restaurant was shut for 4 days, and we started on the next Friday. Um, I was the only man at home at that time. My daughter was small. Uh, my son was just born. He was just like 10, 11 months old. Mom and wife were there, but I was like the only man. So there were two times that I cried a lot. I cried a lot at the hospital, where I told my dad sorry because I was not among the greatest of sons. So I told my dad sorry for whatever, however I've been with him. And the second time that I cried was, so that night it was more of, meeting everyone and all of that. And yes, you were sad, but there was no outburst of crying. The next outburst of crying was on the first Sunday post reopening. It was Friday, Saturday, Sunday. I was there every single day. And on Sunday, what happened was that I realized that people did come and tell me that they miss my father, but life just went on. So, at about 10:30, 11, I went down below the counter and I just bitterly cried. And, and my dad's friend, Anish Parekh, he was there. So, he just pulled me up and he said, "Are all is well?" I was like, I'm not crying, that dad has passed away in that sense, because that's something that I carry even today. But I think the crying was that, yes, unfortunately, people move on, life moves on. So, the grief remains with after some time, the grief just remains with whoever it has to remain. It is not there with everyone. And at one stage, I had thought that this restaurant will just crumble post daddy passing away. But yes, people have memories associated with it. And and I guess the team that dad has created ensures that at least the restaurant is up and fine. We have some issues here and there, but I think my guys take care of it more than I do. But Ravi, so there are two ways that I would look at it. That dad is still around the restaurant. That is why it is doing what it is doing. Because I don't think I have any. I have no value add when it comes to the business. So I still feel dad is around at the restaurant. And the second is that the team that my dad created, which allows us to run the way it allows us to run. To add here that I do not feel my dad's absence at my house. At my house, is just the same. If there is absence, I feel at the restaurant, because I have met my father more at the restaurant than at home. So yeah.
Yeah, thank you for sharing that. I think that's something which is spot on, really. Life just goes on, and you and the ones, the near and dear ones, kind of feel that the most. So, but the fun stuff, you can never ever, I mean, that's what really uh, brings people back. And you can really, at some point in time, you're right, behind the counter, you can just kind of feel that, okay, was that Hormuz's uncle? He used to put the butter on the toast himself, and he was really generous about it. And I remember this one thing he would check. He's right in front of me. He was, I think he was just pulling someone's leg. Someone gave him the 500 rupee note, the old one, pre 2016, obviously. And so he said, "तूने जाली note दिया मेरे को, रुक मैं देखता है." And he folded the note and he hit the note on the table. And he said, "नहीं, चश्मा नहीं टूटा." So he said, "गांधी जी का चश्मा नहीं टूटा." So he said, so small things like this. I mean, for 1 minute you think, for someone who's new, you're wondering whether, okay, have I done something wrong? Is Babaji going to get upset with me? Next thing you're laughing, he's got you in split set. You're wondering, yeah, where did that come from?
So, Ravi, it's very, 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 very different. My dad had maybe about 10 or 12 standard jokes.
Yeah.
And he would say those standard jokes again and again. And people would laugh at those standard jokes again and again. And people would hear the same thing and laugh again and again. I don't think it had to do with the joke per se, but it had to do with the way he spoke, how he spoke, what he did, and the connect that he had. So, I try to do that, but it's going to take me a long time to reach where my father was. And I don't think whether I'll ever be able to reach where my father was. But yes, so, it was like one guy came to the counter and said, "Arre, tera baap gali deta tha." And I just abused back him. So he was like, "तू भी गाली देता है?" I said, "मेरे स्कूल के दोस्त को पूछो यार." I said, "गाली तो हमारे खून में है."
Oh yeah.
I said, अगर एक पारसी ने माँ बहन की गाली नहीं दी तो पारसी रहा नहीं.
Absolutely.
So, so it's doable. It's doable. But you are just not as free as the man was. Because, Ravi, I have a burden. I have a burden that I have something that my dad made, created, and has left and gone. So I cannot let it fail. Whereas for my father, it was something that he created, right? So he did what he did. So he could do what he wanted. He could abuse, he could shout, he could be good to someone, he could be bad to someone. I cannot even dream of doing what my father could do at the counter, because at some stage I feel that I have a responsibility when it comes to him. So it is difficult. I just cannot be a normal complete Sarosh that I am outside. So at the counter I am still a bit more restrained. Though yes, like my father, I will have a few girlfriends who I have created over a period of time now. And whether we like it or not, my customers, 50 to 60% of them are repeat customers. Repeat customers who have the same need. So, there are people who you look forward to meeting. I will be like, okay, this guy is going to come at, so that guy will walk in at 6 o'clock. He will have a toast butter and two chais. Come, tell me hi. I will tell him hi, and we will talk a little, and he will go. So, this kind of opportunity no other business gives you, or no other kind of business gives you. Where you come, you feed people, they come, they after having also will give you money, will crack a joke with you and go. It's not every business that
It's not every business. It's not. And I'm glad you look at it this way, because there are very few uh, who have this zest, who have this passion to recreate something. Of course, you're very responsible. You have that at the back of the mind that you're upholding a legacy. But I mean, it's not. It's not. We have common friends really in the restaurant business, and they've been reluctant to get into that business. They're wanting to do something else. But this is it. Very few businesses you can actually stand there and have such a good time, and things
okay.
are
So, so,
so
so,
it all depends on
so
one's
there's another
attitude.
family. There's another family secret there, Ravi.
Uh,
So what happened was that we were across the road. NM Wadia wanted our place, and at that time I told my dad. I said, Dad, this is not a very lucrative business, Dad. So do you think we should actually carry this forward? So my dad was like, yes, yes, we have to. So I said, okay, let's buy a shop. So I started taking my dad to those, 300, 400, 500 square feet shops with this outside place. I said, Dad, you see, this works. And my dad turned around and said, okay, show me all the shops. So I showed him a list of shops. And this was one of the shops that I showed him. So he said, I want this shop. So I was like, Dad, this is what a bomb. So he was like, no, no, I want this shop. So I said, okay. So we ended up buying the shop. It was fine. Then, things did not work out with NM Wadia. The whole thing got postponed. Finally, when we had to shift here, when I had to renovate the shop, uh, I told my dad, I said, now I have two options. I said, Dad, I can renovate this to the best way that you want, or I can renovate the shop and give it to you. So he said, no, no, renovate it to the best way. So I said, okay. And we tried our best to give him what he wanted. And that's when the shop renovation was going on, one day I told him, I said, Dad, you jolly well run this shop now. I said, if I'm going to do all of this, I said, you jolly well run this shop. And he was like, yes, yes. He said, I will run it. And the shop was going on, all that was fine. On the New Year's Day of 2016, which was 1.5 months post the opening of the shop, he came and told me, he said, I will run the shop, but will you run it? So I told him, I said, Dad, if you run the shop, I will surely run the shop. I said, but you have to run it till your last day. So he said, yeah, I'll run it till my last day. So I said, if you run it till your last day, I promise you I will run it till my last day. I said, I'm not promising anything further. So he was like, that is good enough for me. And Ravi, on the day that dad passed away, he came in the morning here, he opened the restaurant, he did everything. And that was the day he passed away. So yes, I have two things so when I started off sitting at the restaurant, it was a word that I'd given my father. But 5 years now, I can tell you that it's fun. It's a lot more fun than what I thought it was. it may not give me a bottom line that I may be very, very happy about, but it is fine. And trust me, um, having interacted with the Marriotts and all of that, I feel that I had thought that this business should be run differently. But no, now after running it for 4 years, I think how he ran it was perfect. In fact, I tell this through this video that if anyone feels that there is a change, you should come and tell me why is the change. So except the billing and getting onto the tabs and getting onto the GST, because by law I need to give a bill to
You
every
have no
customer.
option.
So besides meeting legal obligations, things in this restaurant shouldn't change. And if it changes, I should come and I should be given a kick. That why has it changed?
No, I firmly believe in if something's working so well and it's worked so well for years, there's no reason for it to change.
Well, whether it works or it doesn't work, it shouldn't change.
It shouldn't change. It shouldn't
So
change.
I think I'm there now.
Super. So
So
some
guys,
more.
why am I saying this is because guys do come and say that so an Irani chai is something that you should get a taste to. If you do not develop a taste to an Irani chai, you will hate it. A lot of people add masala now to it, but that's not how an Irani chai is made. So you either have an Irani chai or you don't have an Irani chai. Like I cannot have a chai at Amrutale because I've
Yeah.
just not been brought up that way. But yes, if you like an Amrutale chai, my chai will not go down your throat. So my chai is different. So I guess that's where
You have a
that you
loyal
don't change, you
base.
don't change.
Yeah, you have a loyal base. You have a loyal. I mean, the term Irani chai, and that's so typical. There are a few outlets in Pune, but I think there's a new brand which has come in the market. I think I forget what it's called.
It
It's
is
there in a
Irani,
couple of. It's
Irani
called
Cafe.
Irani Cafe.
Irani Cafe. Yes.
Yeah, okay. So they've even branded it because the taste and the flavor is just grown on people.
So
And
it's so funny. Yeah, it's so funny. I discussed this with with the guy who designed the shop for me, Kushru. So I was like, Kushru, he's taken my board, he's taken the the color, he's taken everything. I said, actually, you should go and take a royalty because he was the guy who chose all of this. So when it came to doing this shop up, it was Khushru Irani and Jahangir Vakil. These were the two guys who did absolutely everything from, whatever. Means they decided this is how it is. I would go and only say, Arey, just take care of the cost. And they would be like, no, this is how it is. So that was my addition to it. That just take care of the cost. Whereas these guys just decided just about everything.
but
So I guess that helps,
And how are you coping now with the new rules in place post COVID?
Disaster.
Challenging,
COVID
disaster.
is a disaster, and you're aware of my views that okay, so COVID is bad. I'm not saying COVID is not bad. I'm sure there are issues with it, but yes, can you treat it the way the governments of the world are treating it? No, absolutely not. You cannot. Okay, so put the restaurant business aside for some time. You have destroyed economies, you have destroyed countries, you have destroyed people living the way they want to live. So nothing of a force is good. A force to do something or a force not to do something. Both, in my opinion, is bad. Earlier also, are you trying to tell me there was no influenza, there was no typhoid, there was no malaria, there was everything, right? But people had the choice to do what they want. Yes, you want to say control, yes, you do control, but there has to be a limit of control. Lockdown to increase infrastructure is respected. But lockdown now has got extended for what? I just don't understand. So yes, now how we are coping? I'm sitting at home and I'm talking to you on a Saturday afternoon. That's how I'm coping, right? Otherwise, I didn't sit here on a Saturday
There's no
afternoon.
question, no space.
So that's how we are coping.
I know.
Well, yes, but yes, staff is taken care of. So we are doing whatever we can. Well, life is limping back to normalcy. Takeaway is happening. Yeah, let's see. Everything depends on. So as I said, my problem is not the new times. My problem is how people are adapting to the new times. People are just completely shutting down. That's not the way life is. Live a life. I'm not saying go and be reckless and go and do stupidity, but live a life. Don't be at home and not live a life. So if you are
True.
at home and you are happy living your life, yes, please continue living your life that way. But everyone is like, no, I want this to open, I want that to open, but I will not go. The virus is here, the virus is here to stay. Take care of your things, have social distancing. Yes, you will contract maybe COVID also, but yes, not everyone is going to have a major problem with COVID. That's my take on it.
So the Vincent's batch, our batch is just itching to get back there, and we're just waiting for this thing to open. We haven't had a decent meetup in like months, and we're just really looking forward. The moment we're allowed to, we're just going to descend upon Woman.
So we will accept all of you, and I can
You have
continue
no
abusing
choice.
with all of you.
Super. So on that note, thank you for joining in and
Thank you,
sharing
Ravi.
and opening up. Truly, so many things that you've shared, so many your own personal journey, your own the closure that you've had in whatever way possible with Hormat's uncle passing away. So super. When we all remember him for his for the fun times we have, just interacting with him. It's been a fun
So
journey.
Ravi, we had a YouTube video. So when we were relocating across, I wanted someone to take a video
Document.
of the old woman, because I did
Yeah.
not want the old woman to kind of lose what it is. And the guy came here to take the video for 7 days. He was a professional guy. So there's a story there. What happened was that when he gave me a quote of what he will charge me, I was like, boss, it's too expensive, because he told me it costs 1 lakh a minute. And I was like, boss, I'm not spending that kind of money. And he went and told his friends, and his friends were like, no, you have to go and do it. And that's how he said, I'll do it. So I was like, okay. I was like, this is the fee I can give you. He was like, okay. And that's how. So when he made the video, if you look at the video is completely about my dad. So when the video was done, I was like, what, why have you done this? So he said, your dad and the cafe are one. He said, you told me
Absolutely.
to make the video of a woman. He said, I have made the video of a woman. He said, Hormuz Zirani is woman cafe. I know it's something that I still say when anyone says that just now I did tell you that the legal owner is my mother and my wife, but trust me, I think the owner is still my father, and till my father blesses this place, we will do what we do. Otherwise, we are just a simple, ordinary cafe. So I
And
guess
that's a fantastic thought. Really, it's really the blessings of the elders, and we all we firmly believe that it's what comes from there. It's the guidance that comes from there. It's not we who are doing things. It's those thoughts. It's a voice. It's something we are following that's working out. So
well, I think this place still runs with him.
yeah,
He's
as
sitting
simple as
somewhere
that.
around. He's sitting somewhere around doing something. I'm sure about that. Means even if he's up there, I think he would have only started a woman cafe because there's nothing else that he could do. He could do for himself.
So, great. So thank you. Thanks for
Thank you.
spending this lovely Saturday afternoon. Of course, this is going to be posted on a Sunday. We are recording it a day earlier, but
Which is fine. Which is fine.
which is fine. Super. So I'm seeing the menu behind you, and hope to be sitting there and consuming most of that
Yes.
tempting stuff pretty soon.
You
Thank
said
you.
you don't have eggs.
We all make an exception when we come
So
there.
eggs are vegetarian. They
Eggs
don't
are
have a life.
vegetarian. Eggs are vegetarian.
That's why I have it, Ravi. I'm a vegetarian
I
otherwise.
know, I know, I know. You're a veg,
Okay.
but it's tough to say no to the woman's cheese omelette. Big, very big difficulty. So great, yeah. So
Thank
looking
you,
forward
Ravi.
to catching up soon. Yeah,
Thank you for the kind words.
yeah. Thank you, and thank you. We remember Homer's uncle, all the time, and I'm sure he's going to be around there to protect you and your children and your generations to come.
I think he's sitting behind in your video also.
Super. So
So
I
there's
have
a
his
small
blessing as
Krishna.
well.
I'm sure he's sitting somewhere there with Krishna.
He's sitting there. Chalo.
Okay.
Thank you,
Thank you,
Sarosh.
Ravi. Thank you so
It's
much.
been great to catch up.
Thank you.